Before starting the video, I would want to pat myself on the back because I called this before. And we're going to talk about that. Shingeki no Fly. Something that appeared out of the blue when everyone was actually not dooming but confused as to why we are not seeing anything Attack on Titan Shingeki no Kyojin related. And us Hope Chat bros, those that do think that an anime original ending is in the works, you can see many videos on that. We're even more than excited to see the news. So let's first discuss what's happened. An account has been created by the name of Shingeki Fly. And it joined on September, I think yesterday, on the 9th of today or yesterday, I'm confused as the date now, 8th of September probably. And there is a tweet from editor of Isayama that says today is September 9, 2023. Actually at 9th of September, the time zone and such differences. 14 years have passed since the serialization of Attack on Titan began. It looks like I will be finally able to fulfill the promise I often talked about with everyone during the series. We are planning to release information on October 4th, so we would appreciate it if you could follow Shingeki Fly. So, right off the blue, there is a promise that I did try to look through the interviews of Isayama and I didn't see much. I didn't see many promises there. And if you are confused by who has made the declaration, the announcement is not Isayama himself, but his editor, so it's basically Isayama. Shintaro Kawakubo is the person who has done that. And we're going to see we're going to deduce what we are talking about right now. Sorry, my redundant way of saying things sometimes. So, just take a look at the first information we have from this, except nothing, and a few details that people have picked up on over at Twitter and ANRime and other places. I'm gonna get into AOE the AOE connection too. I think it's the first time in 3 years, no, in 2 years. Yes, it's 2021. In 2 years that Isayama has done a colored illustration of Attack on Titan, and we have Eren looking up, and that's Armin, and that's Mikasa. They are probably looking up to, and it says Shingeki Fly. And we have 10:04 start. Okay, so if you do take a look, the things that they are following, the topics they are following, gaming is included. So some of the people here are deducing that it is probably a gaming, it could be a gaming project, but I do not see why Isayama and his editor would actually publish something like this. This isn't gaming marketing. It doesn't seem like gaming marketing. It could be that they just picked you have to choose, if I do remember correctly, you have to choose like 2-3 topics that you have to follow when you join Twitter. So they probably chose something and just went on. Anime and animation is part of it too. So as to what is Shingeki no Fly? Shingeki Fly, sorry, again I said Shingeki no Fly. First of all, I do have my deductions, I'm going to talk about that, but what we have is the 4th of October, the 4th day of we are gonna go into AOE territory. Let's go into AOE territory. It's gonna have no spoilers probably, I believe that I will showcase that in the no spoilers from the manga and AOE in the edits. So the date is 4th of October. October is the 10th month. I'm gonna go full schizo, by the way. And the 4th day, it's 104. 104 is the 104th cadets that Eren and cover. Or you can rearrange that. You move 4, you move 0, and you have 140. That could be chapter 140. Yes, we have been talking about that. 140, the number means freedom. The whole concept of Attack on Titan is based on freedom. I'm going full schizo and I know that. Goes fully on freedom. So, this is what we have here. This is the situation we have here. It could be, as I called it before, and I'm gonna showcase the video to you before, and this is the video I had on the channel, just take a look. So imagine, at the same time, Isayama publishes 2-3 chapters explaining what happens, explaining the same shit that we see in the anime. Imagine that happen, or in the long run even. It creates interest in the franchise that is Attack on Titan, elevates the possibility of a spin-off. I would love to see a spin-off on Eren Kruger, one of the chaddest characters on Attack on Titan that appears for an episode, changes everything and leaves. I would love to see that. I would love to see Ifa stories of, hey, if Erwin was alive, what would he do instead of Armin? I would love to see even in one shot like that. There is interest in every single one of them and there is much to explore. Yep, So about AOE, Anime Original Ending, there are 3 timelines: the Cobbin timeline, the Cobbin 6 timeline, the manga timeline, and the anime timeline. As you saw, I have talked about that before too, and it goes way before this one too. Hey, it makes sense financially, and in every kind of sense makes sense, if you do understand my saying. I'm sorry, my lack of English vocabulary, that they do whatever they're doing with the episode, drop a chapter or 2 even, drop a chapter and then specify what happens in AOE. That would sell a whole lot, and that would make sense, and it seemed like my theory came true. We have to see what's going to happen, but in my opinion, this is points way too much towards the manga, a new chapter. And I do have more evidences for that. As I said that before too, Isayama, actually I think it was in New York if I'm not wrong, told an audience or told in an interview that, hey, I might pick up my pen again to draw like 15 pages, 14 pages. You see, everything is there. And the fact is, we haven't seen any new information about the anime and what's happening to the final episode. So it does seem like they are going through the route of dropping AOE and then dropping a chapter of the manga. And that's that. That's my opinion, my take on the matter, and I do want to defend it because it does seem like that's the case. And there was even I saw something over at the ANRime. Let me find it. Yeah, here. There is this dude from long time ago that talked about this. It goes into details. This will have spoilers, but I'm gonna read the first part. Don't bother asking how I know this. And this is from March 2021. Let's screenshot this and move along. There is going to be a chapter 140. It will be another surprise in parallel with an unforeseen future event and wasn't seen through path. What happens after the timeline loop is broken. Isayama likes to give us a sense of what paths feel like that way. That final panel is just a sense of how Attack on Titan holders feel with future memories. Eren cannot see beyond the existence of paths. Chapter 139 is the ending, yes, but only to the manga timeline. One day is going to be a movie to finish it off with the 4th timeline. It kind of goes into my own theories that I have about how they are going to handle Attack on Titan, the ending and every single thing. So, in my opinion, my humble opinion, this is more than enough proof that AOE is going to happen. Hey, but there are other possibilities with Shingeki Fly. It could be a game. It could be a school case getting animated, because if you do look, we do not see their... As you can see, we do not see the clothing they have or anything. Like, it could be more zoomed out, but we have Eren. It's focused on Eren, of course, obviously. But the fact that it's focused on Eren and it has this release date and shit, it just ties into AOE. But okay, let's just imagine for a second it's not AOE. It could be a spin-off. That's also a possibility. It would be an announcement about the spin-offs, because people would love spin-offs on Eren Kruger, on Erwin. What if Erwin was alive? And we did have Lost Girls OVA, so they can go that route, and everything that we have about that can happen too. It could be not AOE related, but the symbolism, the numbers, everything is there. Even how it is focused on Eren, the timing, and how much time it took to get the anime recording, and Mima-san was spoiling everything left and right. And to top it off, it's the 14th anniversary of Attack on Titan manga being serialized. Many people give too much credit to Oda. I do love how Oda plays with numbers, but this is some next level and god tier shit that you can't compare to anything if it turns out to be true. And it elevates Attack on Titan beyond the position it has already as a very well established manga and anime, to become a masterpiece in the world of literature that cannot be topped. And even on the production side too, because it goes AOE in this manner, in this way, you can't ever top that. And it's giving Mavlov vibes. Like, heck, it even would make people that do believe AOE is going to happen pretty surprised. And there is something else too, about Fly. If you do pay close attention, the concept of flying, the concept of freedom are pretty, like they say, birds are free, they can fly everywhere. So they're pretty, let's say, woven together. And the thing is that it's Shingeki Fly, focused on Eren. And we know Bird Eren, the memes and stuff, but Eren used birds to check on places, and like he was spying on people, just checking places and stuff. So it all ties into Eren, as it is focused on him. And as much as you would want to deny that it could be AOE related, 70%, 80% AOE related, you can't do that. I'm trying my best to get to think about other possibilities, but it's not going that way. As much as I try, as hard as I try, it's too much. It's too much to not swing that way, let's say. So on Sunday, I think it's gonna be, let me see. Okay, so on Sunday at 6:30, at 6 p.m. GMT time, we are going to have a discussion over this matter over on the live stream on YouTube here. Do drop by if you want, and let's see what we can figure out together. We can just discuss and back and forth, and we have done that before too. You can check the live stream VODs on the live section in YouTube. So thank you very much, and I hope you did enjoy the video, and do leave your comments down below.